Okay, so let's talk about the total degree of a graph. It is the sum of all the degrees of all of the vertices. So for the graph above, the one we just looked at, I need to add all of these degrees up, right? So I have these two vertices have a degree 4. So I have 4 plus 4 plus 3 plus 1, right? So that gives me a total of 12. Degree 12 is the total degree. The total degree of a graph is always twice the number of edges. Let's go back up here and count the number of edges. So let me just use a different color here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 edges, right? There were 6 edges, and so I have 2 times 6 giving me 12. So this is going to be a big deal. So the total degree of a graph, oops, what is going on? I don't know. Okay, the total degree of a graph is 2 times the number of edges. So you're going to want to know that. So it's another one of those that I'm just going to put a big star by. All right, the total degree of a graph will be even. Why? Because it's always 2 times the number of edges. And if we multiply a number by 2, it makes it even, right? Okay, so here's a question. Is it possible for a graph with 4 vertices, and those vertices have these degree? So these are, vertex 1, vertex 2, vertex 3, vertex 4. Is it possible for a graph to have this? So if I add to find out the total degree would be 8. So it is possible because it is an even number, right? All right, a little handshake theorem here. Okay, this describes the total degree of a graph. So if I have people at a party and everyone shakes hands with other people, so a handshake comes from 2 different people, so you can think of the 2 different people as the vertices, and they're both reaching out a hand to each other. So that the sum will equal twice the number of handshakes. So the total degree of the graph is twice the number of handshakes. So is it possible for 6 friends to be friends with and shake hands with 5 others? So the degree of each friend would be 5. So if I have every one of those friends, if it wants to reach out and have a handshake with 5 other people, so one vertex having 5 other people, right? So that's the hand reaching out. So this is the person hand reaching out to have a handshake with 5 other people, and I have 6 of those people doing that. So that would mean I would have 6 of those people with 5 handshakes each. So that gives me a number 30. It's even, so this is possible. Yes, it's possible. In any graph, the number of vertices of odd degree must be an even number. And so you remember from our number theory, so if we add an odd number and an odd number, that gives us an even number, right? So remember, because the total degree of a graph has to be even. And so just yet another thing you'll want to, this is another big deal. And yes, this one here and this one, these 2 here are good things to remember. I'm going to have you do this one on Zoom.